I'm sure there is a myriad of emotions going on for all of the family members, but certainly for Harry, grief, frustration, anger, and yes, very possibly regret over certain things or remorse over certain things.
I think you write in the book as well about how Harry expected, the Prince and Princess of Wales to roll out the red carpet for Meghan. Do you think if they did that, if she was treated a little bit differently, would things be different now?
Again, it's pure speculation, isn't it? You can sit and pore over things. Had things done differently? Had there perhaps been better communication? I mean, apparently Harry and Meghan wanted a chance to sit down with the Queen and talk about things. Perhaps had they had that opportunity rather than courtiers trying to come up with some sort of a strategy, perhaps things might have played out differently. But I think ultimately it did have to be black and white because this was about preserving the reputation and the integrity of the Crown and the institution. And so, while Harry and Meghan had hoped there would be a third way, for the Queen, it was very simple. You're either in or you're out.
I found it interesting that you said that Harry and Meghan turned down a visit with the Queen weeks before her death. Everybody, came to Balmoral for the summer. I mean, I would imagine that probably weighs heavily on him as well. And, why did he turn down that invitation?
Well, I don't know why he turned it down. I only know that he and Meghan didn't make the journey to Balmoral. The Queen traditionally hosted a sort of get-together for her grandchildren and her great-grandchildren, one big merry sleepover at Balmoral, which he always looked forward to. And for whatever reason, Harry and Meghan didn't go. They didn't come over for that. And I'm sure there is a myriad of emotions going on for all of the family members, but certainly for Harry, grief, frustration, anger, and yes, very possibly regret over certain things or remorse over certain things. And I think those are very, very human and understandable emotions.
Mm-hmm. So what does the future look like? I mean, we have King Charles's coronation date was just announced. I mean, what do you think his monarchy is going to look like? Of course, a lot of people have been talking about that it's going to be this slimmed down monarchy. But what do you think that his reign is going to look like?
Well, we've known for some time that Charles's vision is for a streamlined monarchy. But, as I said earlier, it did also incorporate having Harry and Meghan as part of it. The Queen used to refer to those extended family members as her substitutes. And because of the sheer workload, the King does need substitutes as well. So, are we going to see roles bestowed on the Westesses, for example, on the Princess Royal? I think there was a sort of assumption that perhaps their roles would be diminished. I don't think that's necessarily going to be the case. I think Megxit forced a complete sort of restructuring, I suppose, of the firm and perhaps drafting in those substitutes to support King Charles. But it is going to look slimmed down, certainly compared to what we saw during the Queen's reign. I mean, when you think to those big set piece moments of monarchy, the trooping the colour, the jubilees, the big weddings and such like, those balconies were filled with members of the royal family, and that that sort of became synonymous with the Queen's reign. It was very much about family. It was in the extended family as well. But I don't think we're going to see that moving forwards. I think the image that the King wants to project of the monarchy is a streamlined monarchy, a top tier of royals. And that is a new Fab Four. That's going to be Charles and Camilla, supported by William and Kate, the Prince and Princess of Wales. So yes, I mean, that's more slimmed down. I think most of us imagined it to be, but possibly that has its advantages in today's society. Less of a drain on the taxpayer's purse, more of a focus on the key royals. But I do think there will be roles for Prince Edward and Sophie, and also for Princess Royal, Princess Anne.
For more news, content, and exclusive interviews, make sure to hit the sub, like, and bell button down below and visit usmagazine.com.